Good evening. Good evening, everybody. Hope everyone's well. Appreciate everyone waiting. Happy days. Let's get into it. Sky Sports have spoken. They've said that we will go to £70 million for Wilfried Zaha. Good evening, VP. Good evening to Shirok. £40 million budget looks like a load of rubbish, doesn't it? I did tell people this about a week ago. I said a £40 million budget buys about £100 odd million worth of players. Everyone said I ain't got a clue what I'm talking about. You're deluded. Stand out. Blah, blah, blah. Well, this evening, a Sky Sports reporter, a guy by the name of Cava, at Sky Sports Cava, or Sky Cava, or whatever his name is on Twitter, has spoke about Arsenal and their dealings with Wilfried Zaha. He has said that Arsenal will go to £70 million, and that is not £70 million up front. That will be spread over instalments. Yes, finally, everyone's now on board. They now understand how a transfer works. Happy days. Thanks for all coming onto the same page as me. And there we go. Wilfried Zaha could be an Arsenal player by the end of the transfer window for £70 million, with maybe, I don't know, 20, 30, 40 million pound paid up front, and the rest paid in instalments over the next couple of years. But I ain't got a clue what I'm talking about. I'm just a yada that sits and chats absolute rubbish on YouTube and Twitter and ain't got a clue how a transfer works, apparently. But now the guy at Sky has said it, all of a sudden, yes, it's true. We pay in instalments. Let me tell you something, right? There's 3 ways you pay a transfer fee. The first way, you get a bank loan and you pay the club that you're buying the player from outright with the bank loan. You then pay the bank back in instalments over monthlies or yearly payments, right? The second way is you pay the club a fee up front and then you pay the rest in instalments. The last way is you pay the whole fee out yourself up front without getting a bank loan. They're the only 3 ways you can buy a footballer. The fourth way is do a swap deal, like we did with Mkhitaryan for Alexis Sanchez. So all these people that are, we've only got £45 million, stingy Stan, where are they all now then? Because they must be hiding under a rock. Because like I've told everyone for the whole of this transfer window, and for over a year now, £40 million pays for over £100 million worth of footballers. And now the guy at Sky has finally come out and said it. All of a sudden, everyone now believes it. Well, where were you all about a week or so ago when I said it on a stream when you were all laughing at me? Yeah, I'm not trying to say I told you so or anything, but I told you so, innit? So yeah, we are definitely in for Wilfried Zaha. £70 million, he ain't worth it. Arsenal will go to £70 million, whether that be throwing Cole Jenkinson in, throwing Callum Chambers in, throwing Eddie Nketiah in, throwing whoever into the deal. He's not worth £70 million. Let's just have that out here right now. The fact that Wan-Bissaka went for 50 means he's going for more than 50. Yeah, I think we can all agree on that. He's going for more than 50. He ain't worth £70 million. If we pay £70 million for him, whether it be up front in instalments, get a bank loan and pay it, then more full Arsenal, because I don't think he's worth it. That doesn't then mean that Aubameyang is leaving the club, in my opinion. I've heard that he's going to sign a new deal along with Lacazette. So we could line up with Lacazette, Aubameyang, and Zaha as a front 3, which, let's be real, it does make us better. Regardless of what I think of him, it makes us better. And like I said, £70 million ain't paid up front. So yeah, I'm glad everyone's now on board and on the same page. What's going on with Kieran Tierney deal? Says, don't read my name. Well, I've just read your name and thanks for your donation. Well, they've just signed a left back today, a guy called Bolly Mbombo. Bolly Mbombo. Yes, Bolly Mbombo, his name is. He's just signed from Austria Vienna, I think, for £3.5 million or £3 million, something like that. They've just got rid of Izaguirre. He's left the club for free. So whether that's a backup for Tierney or whether that is an outright replacement for Tierney, who knows? But there's talk of Nacho Monreal leaving the club. Whether his contract's expired or whether we've terminated it and agreed to terminate it, I don't know. Some reports say that it's a mutual agreement to terminate it with 1 year left. Other reports say he run out of contract in June. When Arsenal released a list of players that were leaving the club in June, at the end of June, he wasn't on the list. So I don't know. I don't know whether he signed a 1 year extension or not. I'm not too sure. You can get Lallana for a mere 69 million, says Rabba. Mate, do you know what? Lallana's actually a very good player and he's very underrated. But he's not worth 69 million pounds, the same as Wilfried Zaha's not worth 70 million pounds. So yeah, there we go. Like I said, the guy at Sky, his name's Cava. He tells everyone, he tells the whole world that fees are not paid up front and everyone believes it. I tell the world the fees are not paid up front and I ain't got a clue what I'm talking about. So there we go. There we go. Let's read some of your comments. 720 people, 735 people watching live. Please do stick a like on the video if you're enjoying the content. Subscribe if you're new. I'm here every day at 5 and 9. And I do my transfer video every morning at 7, unless I've got a meeting, and then it's in the afternoon. Lee, the football oracle, says Kumar Ahmed. I'm not an oracle. Listen, I just know how a transfer works. The transfers are not paid up front, and if they are, it's very rare. You know, Juventus paid £100 million up front to Real Madrid for Cristiano Ronaldo. PSG paid £200 million up front for Neymar. Yeah, but not every single transfer deal is paid up front. You know, we're probably still paying for Aubameyang and Lacazette. But people will lead you to believe that we've only got £45 million. We're so stingy, penny pinching Arsenal. Yeah, well, that's not really the case, is it? Let's be real. Yeah, 45 million budget, like I've said, for 6-7 weeks on here, doing stream after stream after stream, pays for over £100 million worth of players because you pay in instalments. And finally, Sky Sports have actually come out with their reporter and said 70 million for Zaha is what Arsenal will go to, and it will be paid in instalments. So finally, somebody can actually now realise that it's paid in instalments. Don one says 100 million for Ronaldo is a bargain. They'll make 200 million in shirt sales. Again, that's another myth, unfortunately, mate. I don't know who Juventus's shirt sponsor is. I'm not sure whether it's Adidas, Nike, Puma, whoever it may be. But when they secure a deal, like Adidas have done with Arsenal, that's a 5-year deal that Adidas have signed with Arsenal at £60 million a year. Right? So Adidas have transferred £60 million into Arsenal's bank account on the 1st of July. Yeah, every single shirt that gets sold, Arsenal take about 5 to 10% of the shirt value. The other 90 to 95% goes to Adidas. So if a shirt's 60 quid, Arsenal will take, what, 3 quid out of that? Maximum 6 quid out of that. So yeah, that's how it works. You do a deal, you broker a deal, you sign the deal, and then the shirt sales are not related to income for the football club because you literally get 5 to 10% of a shirt sale. World's best goalkeeper currently, cough, Alisson, cough. I actually don't think it is Alisson, mate. Yeah, and I know you're a good lad and you comment on all my videos, you donate as well. I appreciate that. But I don't actually think Alisson's the best goalkeeper. Believe it or not, I actually think, I still think De Gea is the best goalkeeper. Oblak a very close second. I'd then go with Edison and then I would go with Alisson. I think Neuer's behind all of them. I think Neuer's finished now. Almunia, no chance. That's Arsenal's shirt deal, not Juventus. Every shirt deal's the same, mate. Every shirt deal. So Man United, whoever they're sponsored by, they'll do a deal for X amount of million, split over 4 or 5 years, whatever the length of the contract is. And it'll be divvied up into, say, 200 million over 4 years. That's 50 million a year. So Man United will get 50 million. If it's Arsenal, they'll get 50 million. And then shirt sales equate to 5 to 10%. The rest goes to the sponsor. That's how transfers. That's how shirt sales works. Ter Stegen is easily the best. Not sure. He's a good goalkeeper, but he ain't the best in the world. De Gea's better than him, man. I'd say Oblak's better than him as well. Edison, Alisson. I'd love to see Ter Stegen in a team in the Premier League. It's all well and good being in goal for Barcelona when they dominate possession and dominate a pretty poor league, other than Real Madrid. Neville Southall, that's a throwback. I remember Ian Wright dinking him, mate. Hi, I just came into this stream. Where's 70 million coming from, says Mr. Reese. Well, basically, like I've said all along, for anyone who has joined, there's nearly 1,000 people watching, so I appreciate that. Please do stick a thumbs up on the video and subscribe if you are new. Nearly at 20k, tiny amount away from 20k. Like I've said for weeks and weeks and weeks, transfer fees are not paid up front, and eventually somebody at Sky Sports has actually reported that we will go to £70 million for Wilfried Zaha, and we will pay it in instalments. So the £45 million, his words were £45 million, take it with a pinch of salt. Ter Stegen conceded 4 when we dominated possession. There you go, Rabbit. Exactly. Liverpool slapped them up at Anfield. Alisson hasn't conceded once and Brazil have reached the Copa America final. Have they really? I've not watched any of it. Fair play to them. I wouldn't pay 70 million for Zaha. How are we going to pay that when we're struggling to pay 25 for Tierney, says Gareth Birmingham. We're not struggling to pay 25 for Tierney. It's normal negotiation process. If you go and look at a house, right? So you and your missus, you and your boyfriend, you and whatever, yeah? You and your partner, right? You go, do you know what? Let's go and buy a house. Let's go and buy an apartment or a bed sit, whatever it is, yeah? You go, oh, let's go to an estate agent's. Let's have a little look in the little shop window. Oh, I really like the look of that house. Oh, that one's 260 grand. Let's go and speak to the estate agent about that one. Oh, can you get me a viewing on that house, please? 260 grand. Oh, of course I can. Are you available a week Sunday? Yes, we are. You then go round the house. You have a little look round the gaff. You go, oh, this is nice. Oh, yeah, I like this. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'll give you 220. 220. The owner goes, no, I don't want 220. So you go, okay, cool. You then come back a week later and go, do you know what? Can we have a second viewing? You go back and have another look and you go, okay, 235. And they go, can you go to 240? You go, 237 and a half. You then buy the house for 237 and a half. It was up for 260. That is how football transfers work. You got a player that's you're valuing at £25 million. The buyer is valuing him at £18 million. Eventually, after negotiating, you settle somewhere in the middle, you do the deal. Everyone that sits there and goes, just pay the effing money, just pay the money. Yeah, if you did 4 deals for £25 million, right, that's 100 million. If you did 4 deals and you bartered and you negotiated and done them all for £20 million, you can go and buy a 5th player. Innit? Go and buy a 5th player. So, yeah, you might put a club off by bidding a little bit lower, but no drama. The player now knows you're in for him. The player then goes, oh, shit, the player's, well, fuck, the club's in for me. Well, now my head's turned. I want to go. You know, it's Premier League, it's Europa League, it's whatever. It's more money, it's Arsenal. And if you do that 4 times, you've saved yourself on £25 million worth of players 4 times. You have saved yourself £20 million. Go and buy another player. Yeah, you do not pay full asking price for a house. So why would you do it for a player? I don't get it. Yeah, I genuinely don't get it. And all the people that have gone, oh, just pay the money, have never worked in sales, ever. I've worked in direct sales my whole life. Yeah, I've sold double glazing my whole life. Yeah, when I go and sell double glazing, the customer wants it for fuck all and I want to sell it for the maximum price. Eventually, we meet in the middle, we shake hands and we do a deal. Yeah, I walk out happy because I've earned my money. They're happy because they think they've got a deal. So that's how football transfers work. People think it's like FIFA where you just go and bid for a player and buy him. Yeah, it don't work like that. Genuinely does not work like that. But yeah, we shall see. Kieran Tierney will be an Arsenal player by the end of this window. I am so confident of that. Gary Laguna says, I agree, but Arsenal will have a habit of bidding extremely low and it pisses the selling club off. Mate, 40 million and one was an absolute scandal. Yeah, if we had bid 50, 55, we would have got him, yeah, for Suarez. But that regime is no longer at this club. And Raul Sanhalli has overseen the best 15-year period in Barcelona's history. I fully trust that guy. Vinay, I think he's the Sri Lankan Ivan Gazidis. That's just my opinion. He's a very corporate guy, speaks very well, doesn't give much away. But when I heard Raul Sanhalli speak, you could see the passion coming out of him. And listen, that guy's a negotiator, mate. Yeah, you don't work for Barcelona for 15 years and oversee that unbelievable period in their history if you are not a good negotiator. He's negotiated Neymar, Zlatan, players like that. You know what I mean? So I trust him. I trust him for now. And I think that Kieran Tierney's done. I think it's been done for a long time. I just think that Tierney's a cult hero in Celtic, and I don't think he wants to upset Celtic fans. So I think it may be something along the lines of drag it out, make it look like he doesn't want to go, but then eventually Celtic have crumbled and we've given them the money. I think that's what it's going to be. Tierney will be an Arsenal player. I'm confident of that. Wilfried Zaha, couldn't care less whether he's an Arsenal player. I personally don't want him, but I would be happy if he came and he elevated us up the league. It's as simple as that. But we need a centre back more than Wilfried Zaha. Raul San Mafia. He does sound like a mafia boss, doesn't he? He looks like Ronnie Corbett though. Brahimi. Apparently we've bid for him. Jamie, I don't know whether that's true or not, but that's the reports going around. Dark Knight says Lewis Dunk. I'll take him in a heartbeat. Dan says Tierney hopefully announced end of the week or start of next. I agree. Next 7 days, I think it'll be done. I like you. You make it sound so good, says Kilmar. Mate, listen, I'm not having a meltdown over the fact we've signed one 18-year-old kid. The transfer window shuts in another month and another, what, 5-6 weeks? Yeah, I ain't having a meltdown. I ain't having a meltdown yet. When the transfer window shuts, yeah, or we go on a pre-season tour, if we've still only signed Martinelli, then I'll start getting a bit worried and I'll have a little bit of a rant about it because I think we need to get players in before we go on tour. But all this, oh, we've only got 45 million, load of crap. Penny pinching Arsenal, cash-strapped Arsenal. We earn nearly £500 million a year. Cash-strapped. Fucking do me a favour. Thoughts on getting Sturridge on a free, says Dre Omar. Nah, not for me, mate. 3 years ago all day long, but nah, not now. Tarkovsky says Bellerin the Daydreamer. Yes, I'll take him. I'll take Ben Mee as well. Zaha is worth 45, says Beast K. I agree. He ain't worth more than that. If we pay more than that, then more fool Arsenal. But if it ends up that he ends up helping us get us into the Champions League, then that extra 25, 30 million we pay over the odds may be worth it, isn't it? Our midfield is rubbish, says Stoned Gunner 19. I agree, mate. Ozil, Xhaka in midfield, not good enough. Michael says we ain't cash-strapped. Exactly. No, we're not cash-strapped, but this is how the media portray us. And we're the only club that they go down the route of, oh, you're cash-strapped Arsenal. Oh, penny-pinching Arsenal. We're not penny-pinching when we're bidding £40 million for a player. Yeah, let's have that right. £40 million is more than all of these dickhead journalists are ever going to see in their lifetime. That's more than anyone in this chat, including myself, is going to see in our lifetime. Yeah, penny-pinching Arsenal. £40 million. Do we even know what £40 million looks like if we laid it out on a table in front of us? Penny pinching. Jesus Christ. £40 million isn't 70 million, plus Palace will never accept other ways to give them the money, says Matthew. Mate, listen, the only way Wilfried Zaha comes to Arsenal for less than 70 million pounds is if he spits his dummy out. Yeah. Personally, I couldn't care less whether he spits it out or not. I don't want him. I think there's better players out there that we could get and we could plug 2 or 3 gaps for the price of Zaha. I don't get the hype around him. Don't get it. Your stream is popping today. Thank you. Over 1,000 people watching live. Put a thumbs up on the video. Subscribe if you're new. I do appreciate that. And thank you to everyone in the comments. They're going rapid, so bear with me. I'm going to do another 10 minutes of this and then get myself out of it. I will be back tomorrow with my daily transfer update. And obviously my stream at 5 o'clock and 9 o'clock. Liam says, Zaha is certainly good, but not 70 million good. Exactly. Even match of the day put us down. Shearer is the worst. Fraser will work and tackle. Mate, fuck match of the day, yeah? You've got a Newcastle fan that's salty as fuck because, like, he's just, that's how he is. Yeah, he's just hating the fact that he didn't take Man United when he had the chance and he could have been a treble winner. Yeah, he stayed at Newcastle and won fuck all. Yeah, apart from get a statue outside the ground. Then you've got Gary Lineker, Tottenham fan, ex-Tottenham player. Yeah, then you get Danny Murphy on there, fucking Mr. Boring. The only time it's any good is when Wrighty's on there. Yeah, other than that, Match of the Day, Sky Sports, BT Sport, Talk Sport, they all chat absolute shit. All these journalists, the majority are West Ham, Liverpool, Tottenham and Man United fans. Very rarely will you come across an Arsenal fan that is a journalist. Yeah, like a decent journalist. The only journalist I actually listen to and I actually like rate his opinions is Henry Winter. The rest of them chat absolute bollocks. Wilshire said Unai should sign Fraser ASAP. I fully agree. Good evening, Mr. DJ. Hope you're well, mate. I agree as well. I'd take Brooks from them as well. Brooks and Fraser. Why does everyone ask me every night what car I drive? Like it makes a difference in your life. $45 million budget is a complete lie, says Mohammed. Wasim, completely agree, mate. Totally agree. I've said this all summer. People didn't want to listen. £45 million does not equate to one player for £45 million. Congrats for your 20k subs. Well, it's close. Thank you very much, mate. Appreciate that. It's gone mad the last couple of days. It's gone like 500-600 subs in the last couple of days. So I appreciate that. Thank you. Nearly 20k. Lineker is still salty over UEFA ban stopping him from competing for the European Cup while at Everton. Ryan, absolute nail on the head, mate. Fiat 500. Jog on, man. Fiat 500. You lot are funny, man. Seriously. Every day I get asked, what do you do for a living? What car do you drive? Can I have a house tour? You lot are so nosy at times. Seriously. It's like, does it really change your life that I tell you what car I drive? Seriously. Like, how does it affect your life? Do you think Tierney has a weakness? And what do you think they are? Says G the PT. I think his weakness is getting injured, mate. That's the only weakness he has. He's unbelievable going forward. He's great defensively. He's very quick over 10 yards. Positionally, he's good. So, yeah, I think he's a good player. I just think it's a weakness of his is being injured. Can I have a house tour? Joker. What colour are your curtains? I don't have curtains, mate, because I'm modern. I have blinds, and they're white. Mate, seriously, people are so nosy. So nosy. Do you think we can win the Europa League this season? I do think we can win it. We lost a semi-final. We then got spanked in a final the following year. Maybe this year's our year. Have you bought the new shirt, Lee? Says Ricky Fury. I have bought the new shirt, although it hasn't rocked up yet. But yes, I have bought the new shirt. A lot of people are telling me that a medium comes up massive, so I don't know. I'll see when it gets here. I drive an M3 and have a GPX 600 bike. Nice, very nice. My old man used to have a Ducati R1. Yeah, he had to get rid of it before he killed himself. But yeah, that bike was mad. A Datsun. That's exactly what I drive. I drive a Datsun, bruv. A Datsun. I might actually vlog from it one day. Like the old days. Throw it back to the old school. For all the people that don't know about my old channel, I might actually get my iPhone out tomorrow and go and sit in my Datsun and film a video just for like old time's sake. Right, I'm going to do 3 more questions and I'm getting myself out of it. Yamaha R1, that's it, not a Ducati. Fraser or Zaha, says Luke. I'll take Fraser over Zaha, just my opinion. But I'd take Fraser. Is Bellerin back next season? Well, there's talk that he's going to be captain, which is just fucking laughable. He's had a new haircut and everyone thinks he's going to be a god again. Thoughts on Fekir, says Darren. Not for me. Not for me, mate. It's another Ozil. How are we going to give our youngsters enough game time next season, says Eskimo Max. Europa League and Cups probably, mate. Thoughts on Ozil? I think we'll end it on that. Everyone knows my thoughts on Mesut Ozil. The quicker he leaves, the fucking better. Thank you to over 1,000 people still watching live. Before you leave, go to my community setting, vote for the podcast name. There's 2 names up there. Stick a like on the video as well. Thank you to everyone in the chat. My uncle had a Datsun with completely blue interior. Do you know what? Datsuns are legendary. I might just buy a Datsun just for the banter, bruv. Yeah, thank you to everyone who's donated. Appreciate that. And yeah, man, that close to 20K. So if you are new, subscribe. Loads of content every single day. I'm going to love you and leave you. You can all go and enjoy the rest of Love Island. Laters, peeps.